One of the most memorable experiences of being an exchange student is the first day of school. And my first day at the Japanese high school was actually a mix of a merry-go-round and roller coaster. High schools in Japan, they usually start around 8:30 a.m. By the time I was scheduled to come at 8 for briefing and other stuff. I was accompanied by Mr. L, a liaison officer. He was the one that drove me to school and introduced me to my homeroom teachers. So, at 8 a.m. sharp, we both already standing at the front door. He pushed the button and I was like, ooh, automatic sliding doors. Fancy! Because believe me, we don't have that in public schools here. Anyway, we went in and the homeroom teachers already standing there and they welcomed us. After the briefing, the teacher took me for a school tour and our first stop was the teacher's room. Before we got in, there was a student kind of like shouting through the open door of the room. Whoa, what was that? Oh, in school, before you enter the teacher's room, you have to say your name, your class, and the name of the teacher you want to meet with. Do I have to do that right now? No, don't worry, just follow me. Honestly, I was relieved because shouting to a whole room wasn't in my schedule that day. The boy got out, he bowed to the teacher next to me and gave me a I nailed the shout smile. Bro. I finished my introduction in the teacher's room that the teacher said, "You did really well, let's continue our tour." I met some students on our way and every time they saw me they were like, and of course till the welcoming ceremony. It was held in the school hall. There were some teachers and student council members. Before the ceremony started, one of the teachers asked, "Are you cold? Do you feel nervous?" I don't really feel nervous. And she was kind of shocked to hear that. I mean, to be honest, I felt more like sleepy than nervous because my brain had to process Japanese words from day to night. My homeroom teacher came to me and he said, "Your ceremony is in a couple of minutes and it's going to be broadcasted live in each classes from grade 1 to 3. And right now we are waiting for your classmates to come here." And I was like, ooh, interesting. And then boom, the door was open. There were like more than 30 students walking in. And of course, what I did was making eye contact. But I feel like they looked more nervous than I did. They sat down one by one and then suddenly a boy bowed to me. He waved and said, I am fine. Well, I did not say anything though, but me too and nice to see you. Then his friends laughed at him. The ceremony started and the headmaster delivered his speech, and when it came to the students' council president's turn, I remember him suddenly looked at me during his speech and said, "Do you know what this is?" "This is Pyong Pyong, okay?" Then he continued his formal speech like that Pyong Pyong didn't just happen. Honestly, I was laughing behind my mask because, man, that was random. For my speech, I prepared it in both Japanese and English. The first one was in Japanese. When I was delivering the closing, I saw the boy that bowed before. He was ready with his hands to clap, but I just smiled at him and continued my speech in English, and he was like, ha ha, ha 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 ha. Once we finished the ceremony, two girls approached me. They introduced themselves in English and they said, "Let us help you carry your stuff to class." And I said, No, it's fine." Then we walked through the corridor and everyone just stared at me. I was like holding up to 4 paper bags in my hands. Soon we had our lunch. All the girls in my class had lunch together that day. And honestly, that was one of the most awkward lunch I've ever had. My first class was math. When I got in the class, a boy asked me, "What do you like?" while pointing at his friend. So I was startled and then he said, Sit anywhere you like." And I was like, oh, turned out he was pointing at the tables next to his friends. That scared me. The class started, and when they were working on some questions, the "What do you like" boy came to my table and handed me a paper. Actually, during a specific time, it's okay to walk to other tables to have discussion with your friends. Anyway, I opened the folded paper and it was a drawing of Doraemon with his name on it. Deep inside, I was like, bro. The teacher saw it and said, what is it? Doraemon. And of course, we became friends after that, and that was how he got his nickname, Doraemon Boy. Some students looked very shy around me, but once the school finished, some girls would come to me and say, "Do you have a boyfriend?" Sorry? Boyfriend. Oh, no? Why? Kawaii. By the way, can we exchange contacts? Sure. Then I stood there in a state of confusion. Not the kind of question I was expecting, and believe me, that was not the last time someone asked me that at school. After some human interaction, a problem arose. I don't know the way to the parking lot. I saw two girls from another class approach them and, "Hello, my name is Jay, and you guys are." "I am A, and this is B. How's your first day?" It was great, but where's the parking lot? Oh, you wanna go there? Yes, that's right. We can walk you there if you want to. Please, that would be great. Then my homeroom teacher said, "Jay-san, Mr. L is waiting for you at the parking lot. If you are ready, I can take you there." "It's okay, Sensei, she's going with us." Really? Thank you also, Jay-san. Take care, I'll see you tomorrow then. It was a fun day. I remember I was going through like 7 different emotions in 5 seconds. Everyone was being really nice. I went home as a happy exchange kid. The second day, I forgot where my seat was.